Alright. Stay. Okay, cool. So this is my contest submission for Vincru 12,000s. 400, was it 450? Doesn't seem right. But he says it is. So, congrats on the subs. Seems low. Because you're Vincru. You're awesome. I remember the first time I watched one of Vincru's videos. It was like mind-blowing. And then we did a trade. And I'm on the phone with him. He's got me on speakerphone as he's digging through his doubles. And he's like, you need this? I'm like, no, you need... And it was like... We were on the phone for like an hour. It was like the coolest thing. This guy's just got so many books. And you guys have seen like his collection videos where he shows off his stuff. I mean, like his doubles, his collection of doubles is bigger than most people's collection. And then like a couple videos that he did ago, he's talking about how did he put it? It was like he wasn't the authority on comics. He was just a fan. And I'm like, are you shitting me? I mean, this guy knows more about comics than... He's like Wikipedia. He's up there. I mean, there are people who I watch on YouTube who clearly have a passion for this. And then there's those people that just have kind of taken that whole thing a little further. And it's like they know... I mean, I bet if somebody asked him who was like... What was the first... I don't know. I can't even think of an example. I mean, he would know. It's like, hey, what was this? Oh, it's that. Or what's the first appearance of this? Or what was this guy's first work? Or, you know, when did this happen? And it's, I don't know if it's just like a research thing he does before his books or his videos. I mean, I do all my stuff off the cuff. Excuse me. But it's crazy, the knowledge that Mike has. And he's an awesome guy. He's a cool dude. 5 questions, 5 plus a 4-part question. So let's get to this. I have them written down. I have a tasty beverage. I just got off work. It sucked. But that's why they call it work. Okay. Question number 1. What do you think is going to happen in the next few years in comics? I think we're seeing like the precipice of a bubble. With the popularity of all the movies and then like Disney's recent acquisition of Marvel, the market is going to get oversaturated. I mean, they're already everywhere. I saw the other day, and this is just an example, I mean, of like the marketing machine that is Disney. I saw the movie Cars. They have like the car action figures. I saw one that was a stormtrooper. And I'm like, this is just ridiculous. I mean, this is, it's crazy. The amount of comic book related stuff that's out now, aside from comics. And you have people that wear Harley Quinn t-shirts and don't know who Harley Quinn is. Or, what was it? I saw somebody at work the other day who had on a Green Lantern shirt. I was like, oh, are you a Hal Jordan fan? And he had no idea who I was talking about. I'm like, okay, cool, right on. Green Lantern, go, cool. I mean, I don't care. If they get into comics and they get into comics, that's cool and that's better for everybody involved. And granted, the movies are going to bring in people. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy made 700 and something million bucks. I didn't think it was going to do that. I'm sure Marvel didn't think it was going to do that. I'm sure James Gunn didn't think it was going to do that. Nobody thought it was going to do that, but it did. And that's cool. And then you have, hopefully, DC steps it up and, their Suicide Squad movie is going to do great. I don't see that happening, but that's just me. But yeah, so it's all good. But I think it's going to get to a point where people are just going to be enough is enough. It's cool that every time somebody mentions it got picked up for a show or a movie, the price of the book skyrockets there for a little bit and people spend crazy money. For example, I just watched Comics Quest's Vincru contest entry video, and he was talking about he saw a copy of New Mutants 98 going for some like absurd amount of money, or like Rachel Rising #1 going for a ridiculous amount of money. They almost canceled that book a couple months ago. I'm glad they didn't. I just got into it. It took me a while to do it, but I did. But it's crazy, and eventually all of that's gonna stop. I saw something else, another video I watched. I can't for the life of me remember who it was. And they scored this awesome book. It was an Avengers variant, the one with Eminem and Iron Man. They paid $25 for it, and that book was crazy, stupid hot for a while. I mean, I don't know if the guy at the shop just didn't know what he had or what, but I mean, deals like that are out there. I've seen some cool stuff. I've passed up on some cool stuff. I've been shopping with people who have found cool stuff. We've all seen, like, you know, Tumo's Ninja Picks or whatever, and or Scott and his 6 for $25 sale at the flea market. You know, there's stuff out there, but I think, excuse me, I'm getting a really strong speculator vibe like I did back in the 90s. And sure, it's more writer-driven now than it was, or is, excuse me, it's more writer-driven now than it, versus the artist-driven back, excuse me, in the 90s, but it's still, the speculation market is crazy. You know, Rick Remender will announce he's doing a new book for Image, and that it'll be 7 prints of #1 in 2 months or whatever. Excuse me. So eventually, I'm thinking all that is going to stop. Vincru in his video had mentioned something about he was thinking that Marvel was going to get the rights back from all their stuff, and as deep as the pockets are at Disney, it would be stupid for them to let Fox have the rights for their. I mean, that's. I don't think Disney's going to stand for that. I mean, that's like they're stealing money from them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get all their stuff back, so that would be cool. Rambled there for a little bit. Question number 2, do you think there's a bubble in the industry right now? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Moving on. Number 3, if you could make a suggestion of the big 3, Marvel, DC, and Image, what would it be? For Marvel and DC, it would be, you got to stop with like the $3.99. I mean, $3, $2.99 seemed like a lot to pay for a comic. I don't read a lot of Marvel or DC, but I used to, and when I did, those books were a lot cheaper. So you look at like the quality of something, new book-wise. We'll talk about new books for a second. East to West is one of my new favorite books. Saga is one of my new favorite books. Those are $2.99. So why would I pay $3.99, $4.99 for a mediocre product put up by somebody else? It just doesn't make sense. And it's not like you get any more bang for your buck. I mean, sure, you may be a little bit more emotionally invested in the character, but I mean, people are going to wake up and decide to be more thrifty with their money, I think. Excuse me. And with Image, I would really like for them to do like an anthology book. I think that would be cool, and it would kind of ease the pressure off the whole 7 new issues a month, or story, or series a month. I mean, that's crazy. I don't see how they're thinking that's going to sustain anything. I mean, 70% of these books are going to get canceled in 2 months anyway, so why not just test run it all with an anthology? You know, that would be cool, I think. Question number 4, I'm going to paraphrase this one. Who would you want to do a portrait of yourself? I'm going to go with Frazetta, like old school. I want like the whole, like the Conan pose with like me shirtless with the big sword and the dead dragon and like my lady like climbing up my thigh. You know, that kind of thing. That's what I want. That would be cool. Big huge, like 4x7. Yeah, that's what I want. Frazetta. All right, question number 5, and it's a book battle kind of thing. which would you rather have kind of deal, if all the grades were comparable. So, Showcase number 4, or Fantastic Four number 1. I'm going to go with Fantastic Four number 1, not because I'm not aware of the significance of what Showcase number 4 was, as far as like the start of the Silver Age and everything. It's just, I'm not a Flash guy. I'm not really much of a Fantastic Four guy either, but I do own probably about 60 issues of Fantastic Four, so that would just fit, I think, a little bit better in my collection. Batman number 1 or Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Then I'd be down to 37 books in my Amazing Spider-Man run. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1 or Walking Dead number 1. I'm going to go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. Because this is fine with me. I got the trade. And I stopped picking up the trades at volume 13 anyway on The Walking Dead, so it would be my only Walking Dead book. I mean, if someone walked up to me tomorrow and said, here's a free comic, and it was Walking Dead number 1, I would probably just sell it. New Mutants 98 or the Batman Harley Quinn. I'm going to go with Batman Harley Quinn because I already own a copy of New Mutants 98. So, alright. Mike, you're awesome. Congratulations on the subs. Well deserved. You're a stand-up dude. Pillar of the community. All of you, I'm sure, are already subscribed to Vincru. So, there's that. He's in the off chance you are not subscribed to Vincru, you should go check him out. He's super cool. And on a side note here, just really quick, you guys all remember Peter Parker? He's back. His channel name now is Sandman Logan 5. He had some problems. His account ended up getting deleted, but he is still around, still putting out the same quality content. Not to shine the spotlight away from Vincru, but while I was thinking about it, I wanted to get that out there. So, Mike, again, congrats. Thanks for watching. You guys have a nice day. Oh, and I got some stuff in the mail today. I'm super stoked, but I'm going to refrain from spamming everybody's feeds. I probably won't do another video until Friday night, maybe. Or I might just hold off until Monday, maybe. I don't know. Cool. Might do one tonight. Whatever. All right. Bye.